Good morning, everyone. In today's class, we'll discuss on MRP. MRP is Material Requirement Planning, and this is like MMPP integration. And this is one of the important concept for MM people for the integration purpose. So basically, what is MRP, and what is the requirement of MRP, and what are the benefits of using MRP in any company? So first, we'll discuss on theoretically. After that, I will explain you the practical things. So MRP is like, if you are working in any company, any production based company, any manufacturing things and all, so you used to procure a material, and depends on the material you're procuring, you will do the production activities. So to maintain the production properly, you need to purchase the goods regularly. So depends on the requirements, you need to procure the materials regularly. Procuring materials regularly. So if you want to procure the materials regularly, it means that one of the other person in the plant, they used to monitor the material in the warehouse. So whenever the material is getting completed, they need to order the material and they need to raise the purchase requisition. So depends on that, the vendor will deliver the goods to the plant and the production will run very smoothly. If not, the production will stop and the company production and manufacturing things will be in risk. So if you're working in any big scale company, you can't remember all the materials because you'll be doing the production for so many materials. So let's think you have some 100 to 200 sub materials are there, and you require that materials for the production purpose. So every time the material is getting completed, you can't remember and you can't raise the purchase requisition manually. Okay, few of the materials, like let's think a few of the raw materials you are using for the production purpose. To manufacture a big material, you need some hundreds of some tail materials required. You used to procure from the vendor. So in those cases and all, you may need to forget few of the materials which is required for the production purpose. If you forget the materials which is required, it means that the production dependency is losing, and the production will not run, and the manufacturing will not go, and sales will not happen. So it's a loss to the company, and it may lose to the plant shutdown also. So to overcome this process, we have MRP. So MRP is like, we will use for three different ways. One is for safety stock, this for first one, and we have planned independent requirements, and third one we have forecast based planning. So many of the companies, they will use this type of MRPs to overcome this process. To overcome the MRP, the requirement planning and all, many companies, they will use these three methods: MRP safety stock, MRP plan independent requirements, and forecast based planning. So in this class, we will discuss on all these three things. So safety stock, independent requirements, and forecast based planning. So many of the interviewers, they will ask, what is MMPP integration? Just you need to tell all these three things, how you will use and how you will configure these things, and based on this, how it will work. So first I will explain you theoretically what is safety stock, what is plan independent requirement, and what is forecast based planning. After that, for these three, I will run the requirements and I will show you how to run the requirements automatically. First I will explain on MRP safety stock. So what is safety stock? First of all, safety stock is like, in your company, if you are using any material, let's think you are using one of the raw material like hydrocarbon, a raw material you are using for the preparing of some chemical. So without that hydrocarbon, you can't prepare the finished chemical. So that is a large requirement for your company. So what you will do, you'll maintain a safety stock. You'll maintain a safety stock of 1000 kg, the safety stock for the hydrocarbon material. Let's think hydrocarbon material. Let's think 1000 kg is the safety stock. So it means that in the warehouse or in the storage location, if the stock comes under 1000 kg, I mean, like if the stock is having, let's think in the storage location is having 1 ton, it's like 3 to 4 tons are there. Okay, your company is having the current stock of 3 to 4 tons are there. 3 to 4 tons are there, and in this 3 to 4 tons, in this week you used around 3 tons you used. Okay, okay, 3 tons used means it means that now the stock, let's think stock you have now is 999 kg. Okay, but you maintain the safety stock as 1000 kg is the safety stock you maintained for the material. Let's think we have 3 to 4 tons in the warehouse. In that we used around 3 tons used material for the production purpose, and remaining stock lying in the warehouse is 999 kg. But you maintain 1000 is the safety stock. 1000 kg is the safety stock you maintained in the material master for the respective material. Okay, now system is showing. Now system will always show that when you run the MRP requirements, the system will show that one is the quantity required. One quantity is required. It means that one quantity is less than the required stock is there. So you need to raise a purchase requisition for the one stock. I mean, like for 1 kg, you need to raise a purchase requisition. Got it? What is MRP? If the stock is 999 kg, let's think stock is 500 kg only now. The plant used the stock, and the stock lying in the warehouse is 500 kg only. Now, when you run the requirements, MRP requirements, automatically system will show hydrocarbon, you have 500 quantity less, 500 kg less. So you need to raise a 500 kg purchase requisition with the vendor automatically. So when you run the requirement, the PR will be created automatically. MRP requirement, through MRP requirements, the PR will be created automatically for the 500 kg. Got it? For this, I will show you practically also how it will work and what are the requirements of all those things. But before that, I will explain you theoretically what is safety stock, what is independent requirements, and what is forecast-based planning. Now we completed the safety stock, and we will go theoretically, practically also. This is the theoretical part. You will maintain a safety stock, and with respect to the safety stock, you will run the requirements. You will run the requirements in MD04 is the T code. MD04 is the T code. You will run the requirements of MRP. So based on the requirements you maintain in the safety stock for the material master, automatically system will show what is the required stock. Okay, what are the required stock, and for the required stock the PR will be created automatically. Okay, you lose MD04 and MD02 T codes in this one. Okay, these for safety stock. Now we will go for planned independent requirements. Okay, planned independent requirements. What is planned independent requirements? Planned independent requirements, it means that let's think you are planning a material depends on the requirements. It means that a material is there, let's think same example, hydrocarbon is a material you are planning. It means that you know the production things. So monthly you are producing around 3 to 4 tons of chemical. So for that preparation of 3 to 4 ton of chemical, you require monthly of 1000 kg of hydrocarbon. Okay, monthly 1000 kg required. 1000 kg of hydrocarbon is required. So you know the requirement. Monthly you need 1000 kg. So why can't you maintain a plan independent requirement like every month you need a 1000 kg. Every month first week you need 1000 kg. So every month you will order. So but you not order manually. The system will create the POs monthly automatically. So for that purpose you need to use planned independent requirements. Okay, plan independent requirements. Okay, for this purpose you will use plan independent requirements, and for this one you will use the T code MD61, and I will explain you practically also, but this is a theoretical part of plan independent requirements. Now forecast based planning. What is forecast based planning? Okay, so let's take an example. Same hydrocarbon is the material. Hydrocarbon. Let's think that you don't know how much you require. Let's think that you don't know how much you required hydrocarbon, but you are using this hydrocarbon material from last 3 to 4 years. You are using this material for the production purpose. Now there is no like monthly this quantity we will use, or else whenever the stock completed, based on that the PR should be created. So you need some other requirement. The client will ask you some other requirement, like, so in the previous year I procured around 10 tons of hydrocarbon, and you will tell that in which month I procured I don't know, but in the previous from last 12 years, whatever, how much ever the hydrocarbon material I am used, the same requirement I should have in the future year. So depends on the last year, you are maintaining the stock requirements for this year. It means that from January to December you are using this hydrocarbon material, and how much ever you procured, it will be stored, the data will be stored. How much ever you procured, the data will be stored. So depends on that, the future requirements should be updated. So let's think that in January you procured around 100 kg of quantity. It means that in the 2021 December also you require 100 kg of hydrocarbon only. Okay, in Feb if you procured 1 ton, it means that in the Feb 2011 also 1 ton. So depends on the future, depends on the previous procurement quantity, you should maintain the future required quantity. Okay, previous stock versus future stock. So many of the companies, they will use safety stock and plan independent requirements. Okay, but this is where the very rare situation where they will use forecast based planning, but it's good to know the forecast based planning also. Okay, now we will go practically and we will see how we need to configure this one, on how to see is it working or not. 1 minute. So now we'll see practically for safety stock. Okay, for safety stock we'll see how to configure this one, and I will run the requirements for one of the PP and MM, and I will tell you what is MM part and what is PP part, so that there will be no confusion for you also. Let me share the screen. So if you're working for the safety stock, so this is for safety stock. If you're working for any safety stock, you require a material. So safety stock is a PP data. It means that production planning needs to give the data of safety stock. So this data will be maintained by the PP department in the material master. Okay, I will create one material now. /n mm01 is the T code to create a material. Create one raw material. Plant 1000. Just mention hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon is the material, and base unit of measure is kg. I'm mentioning material group. Order unit somewhat piece. I'll mention. Okay. Elevation class. Standard price. Okay. So now I create a material of 2230, which is used for the MM side, because I maintained purchasing thing and accounting thing, but I didn't maintain the PP thing. 2230 is the material. 2230 is the material which I created. Just enter the material, same material, and enter. Here, you want to select few of the views for the safety stock first of all. To maintain the safety stock, that is PP data, production planning data, you require MRP1 and MRP2 tabs. Okay, views are there. MRP1, MRP2 views will be there. Just click on enter. Enter. So this data will be filled by the PP data. I mean, like PP team will be filling this data. So based on the requirements of the material, they will be filling this data. And what are the MRP type is? MRP type is PD. And if you want to show the description of what is the type of purchasing you are doing, MRP type is what is the type of purchasing that we are doing. Okay. And MRP controller, few of the data needs to be filled here for the production and planning purpose. So this will be taken care by the PP team. Okay, not by the MM team, but to gather the requirements and to see what are the changes and what are the requirement planning and all, MM team needs to view the master data first of all. The requirement will be like, if the MRP run is not running properly for any material, you need to check on the purchasing side. MM people used to check what is the error in this. So at that time, you will go and you will see the MRP data is filled or not. MRP type, MRP controller, and the lot size. Okay, this will be filled by the PP team. Okay, and coming to enter, just enter, go to MRP2 tab. Just enter the data. And in MRP2 tab, you need to fill procurement type. So procurement type explains is an internal procurement or it's like both internal as well as external procurement. Okay, and we have like a few of the fields, lead time, and we do have like safety group. This is the main tab, safety group. Safety stock. I mean, sorry, safety stock. So as I told you that if you want to run the requirements for any material, you need to maintain the safety stock. So depends on the stock. Okay, just maintain 1000 kg here. Okay, because we maintain order unit as 1 kg is equal to 1 piece. So just maintain safety stock as 1000. Okay, if you maintain safety stock as 1000, it means that if there is no stock lying in the plant, when you run the requirement, one PR will be created automatically for 1000 kg. Okay, for 1000 kg, the PR will be created automatically when you run the requirements. Okay, so we will see how we will run the requirements, how the PR will be created automatically. That and all we will run the requirements and I will show you. Chill margin key. So this is the data you should give to the PP and PP team will update and will give it to you. Okay, just don't worry. And material we created is 2230 is the material that we created. Okay. Safety stock. Okay. Material is 2230. Okay. Now we have material. Okay, and we maintained the MM views as well as PP views, and we maintain the safety stock. Safety stock we maintain like 1000 kg we maintained. Okay, kg I mentioned because in purchasing data I maintained order unit as kg, and each is like 1:1 conversion. I maintained 1:1, so I maintained 1000 kg. Okay, material is 2230, safety stock is 1000 kg. Now we will run the requirements. MD04 is the T code to run the requirements, and MD02 is the to settle the requirements. Okay, to MD04 is like to view the requirements. What the requirements is like to view the requirements, to the requirements, and MD02 is to run the requirements. Now we will see. As I told you, we should go to MD04 is to view the requirements of 2230 slash n MD04. Okay. Here, directly if you want to material, if you want to enter a material, you can enter the material, or else for respective plant, how many materials are there? Okay, let's think that for 1000 plant you have 100 materials are there. For 100 materials, in that 100 materials, you maintain safety stock for 50 materials. So if you run the requirements with respect to the plant, automatically the system will check for all the 50 materials what is the safety stock. Safety stock is there or not. If safety stock is not there, automatically the PRs will be created. Okay, for the remaining stock. Okay, but if you enter a material, it means that for the respective material and for the respective plant, what the safety stock that we maintained. Okay, collective access, individual access also there. We can go with respect to that. Okay. So now what is the requirement we have? We have requirement to check the material for 2230 is the material. For the material, you need to check the requirements. Just enter the material and just enter. Just enter. So if you see here, safety stock for this material 2230 and this plant of 1000, you can see safety stock required by received quantity is 1000 minus. It means that you require a 1000 quantity. It means that 1000 stock is the less in the plant. 1000 stock you require. Okay, availability quantity is minus 1000. It means that minus 1000 is required. So what is the T code to run the requirements? Slash n MD02 is the T code to run the requirements. It means that the PR will be created automatically. Okay, and maintain the material here 2230 and maintain the plant 1000, and don't change all these things. Okay, these are like you can see description and all, no issue. This is like small things and all. So once you enter this one, just click on enter. Okay, just click on enter. Please check input parameters and just enter. Here if you see, create purchase requisitions 2 is there. So schedule agreement, schedule line, okay, and create purchase requisitions 2. Function, okay, fine. Here the requirement of 2230, one PR has been created. Material 2230. Okay, fine. Oh, sorry, my screen issue. Here if you see, the purchase requisitions created is 1. It means that one of the purchase requisition has been created for the material of 2230. Okay, 2230. You can see one PR has been created. So now you can go to slash n MD04 to view the requirements. Now you see that PR has been created. Now we will see MD04 to view the requirements. So here see, previously what is showing safety stock and minus 1000 it is showing, but now it is showing the purchase requisition number and when the purchase requisition has been created, and it is showing the stock received. It is showing now plus 1000 is there in the stock, and availability stock is, I mean the requirement stock is 0. Got it? If you see here, this is the PR number. The PR has been created with blank vendor. It means that The PR is created, but no vendor has been assigned. So how to assign a vendor for the respect to MRP? It means that you need to maintain a source list. In the source list, you need to maintain MRP indicator as 1 so that the vendor will be taken automatically. Now I will show you one example how the system will take the vendor automatically. Okay. Now I'll go to the same material first of all /n mm02 2230. Go to MRP2 of the material. It means that where you maintain the safety stock. MRP2 of the material. So now currently PR is catered for 1000 quantity. Now I will maintain a safety stock of 1200 quantity. It means that I have 1000 quantity, PR is there, but remaining 200 quantity there is no PR. Now if you run the requirements, automatically PR will be created for remaining 200 quantity. Okay. For now for this time, the vendor should be taken automatically. To take the vendor automatically, we need to maintain source list. 2230 is the vendor, maintain plant as 1000, and valid from valid to maintain any vendor. I'm maintaining like AAA1 is the vendor, purchase organization 2000, and thing is like MRP. MRP is the main thing here. If you want to take the vendor automatically, you need to maintain the vendor as 1, which means that record relevant to MRP. Okay, record relevant to MRP, maintain as 1, and just okay 21 animation. Sorry, 1 minute. You can maintain info record. After that, we can maintain this one /NME 11 2230 standard. Okay. Purchasing group, standard quantity, minimum quantity. Okay. Sorry. Just save the PER. Now we need to create a source list. Here maintain the vendor plus MRP planning as 1. So once you maintain the MRP planning as 1, so automatically the vendor will be taken in the MRP planning. So once the PR has been created automatically, it will take the vendor as AAA1. Okay, based on the sources to maintain, automatically it will take the vendor. Okay, now just maintain the source list. So I maintained the info record, but it's not taking /NME11. Oh, sorry. 11. Sorry. /NME01 is to create a source list 2230 valid from valid to vendor is AAA1, purchasing group is 2000, and MRP indicator is 1, material requirement as per MRP. Now click on enter and save the source list. Now we want to run the MRP requirements. What is the recode? /NMD04. Here just enter the material plant and see the requirements. First of all, just enter it. Now we will see the requirements like 200 minus 200. It means that the stock for the material safety stock is 1200. In this, 1000 is lying in the plant and the required stock is 200. Okay, Now we need to run the requirements for the remaining 200 quantity to create a purchase requisition with respect to the vendor AAA1. Now run the requirements like /n-md02 is the material, it's a T code. Just enter the material planned. Just enter. Now you see here purchase requisition change is 1. It means that the PR has been changed to 1200 quantity. The PR has been changed to 1200 quantity because the previous PR we didn't create a PO. So automatically it was changed the stock. /n-md04, if you check the PR has been changed to 1200 quantity. Now the vendor has been taken as AAA1. Previously the vendor is blank. Now it has taken AAA1. It means that through source list the vendor has been taken automatically. Okay, so this is for safety stock. This is like one type of concept that company they will use for the MRP. As per the requirement of the material, they will use the safety stock. Okay, and now the second one, planned independent requirements. So the second one is planned independent requirements. Plan independent requirements. What is plan independent requirements? As I told you that, so we need to maintain the requirements as per the month. So automatically, as per the month, in the first week or second week, the PRs will be created automatically as per the requirements you maintain in the MD61T code. Okay, go to MD61T code to maintain the plan independent requirements. Shower Sorry. Now we'll see the plan independent